Meet Katie, HR Ops Manager for a manufacturing company in Portland, Oregon. They recently implemented their first real HRMS. Payroll is live. She and the team are now turning to comp and performance. The bare bones of job codes were built to support the initial implementation, but the team knows they still need a lot of work. They need to refine the job codes to support a coherent salary band structure. In this video, we'll walk through how Katie can build a block on GraceBlocks to set her team up for success. She'll use her company data to auto-calculate the current mid, max, and median salaries for each job code. Next, she'll set up a structure that will support the team with a collective review. Let's get started. Katie starts building by clicking Add Block and entering a name. Next, she sets the block color. For the information section, she'll add an image. This will appear on the home page. In this case, Katie has an image URL and sets the width to 100% to size it for the page. Last, she picks an icon for the block and clicks Save. Katie can now enter the block and begin creating tabs of data. The first tab will store job codes. Katie clicks Add tab and chooses to import a CSV. She selects the file from her desktop. Next, she names the tab, picks an icon, and clicks Save. The tab loads with all the data already converted to columns. The column headers are based on the first row in the CSV file. Perfect. Now it's time to load employee data. She'll repeat the Add tab step, and this time, she'll select to load the employee's CSV file. She names the tab, chooses another icon, and clicks Save. The employee data is now available on the Employees tab. Each column represents a field of data in the schema that Katie has just started building on GraceBlocks. By default, all of the fields are text fields, but she's going to make some modifications. The first thing Katie needs to do is connect the employee and job code data. The key field that connects them is the job code field. Katie will choose to edit this field. She'll use the relational field type, which will establish the relationship. When you choose to make a field relational, you get to choose the tab that you want to connect. It's important that the data you are connecting matches exactly according to the tab's record identifier. We'll explore this more in a bit, but by default the record identifier is the first column in the tab. In the case of job codes, the job code was the first column. This means each job code in this column matching a value in the job code tab will be connected. Perfect. We have relationships, the text all converted to bubbles. Next, Katie will change the salary field from text to numeric. This is an important step. The system needs to know the field is a number to support our desired calculations. When Katie changes the field type to numeric, she can also specify the format to be a currency display with 2 decimals. Another field Katie will change is the employee type field. This is a field where there are only a few possible values. She changes it from text to single select. GraceBlocks will automatically detect the possible values. Upon saving, the system automatically converts the text into the bubbled options. Katie can add or change other fields one by one until she has everything set as desired. Katie moves her attention to the Job Codes tab. Now that the relationship exists between the employees and the job codes, it's visible here too. The relational field is always created in both tabs simultaneously. Using this connection, she can look up information from the Employees tab. The first thing she's going to look up is the minimum salary. She'll create a new field and set it to the lookup type. Then Katie specifies which tab and field to be used, in this case annual salary, and what value she is looking for. In this case, she wants to see the minimum of all possible values. Wait, it's not actually all values Katie wants. If she did, she'd click Save Now. But she's only interested in the minimum salary for current employees. She can do this by applying a filter to say show the minimum salary only for active and leave employees. Apply the filter. Then scroll down and click Save. The new field appears displaying the minimum salary associated for each job code across active and leave employees. Katie's going to repeat similar steps for calculating maximum salary and median salary. This dataset is just a sample set, so it does not have employees included for every job code. Katie could create many other columns for other scenarios. Let's say she wants the median just for female employees or employees whose tenure is less than 2 years. To do this, Katie would create a lookup field that filters on the dataset of interest. Katie now has her data. It's time to turn her attention to analysis. For this, she'll navigate to job codes and review details by clicking on the first column in that tab. On the Details page, Katie can order the fields how she wants. She can also create sections and rename them to group-like fields together. As the block builder, anyone Katie invites to help with the analysis will see this information according to how she sets it up. Right now, when Katie sees the related employees, she is only seeing the employee number. Also, the hide expand information is not very helpful. She'll adjust the Employees tab Record Identifier first. This controls what appears where the employee number was displayed. She goes to Tab Settings for the Employees tab and sets the identifier to include employee status, last name, and employee number. She also moves the salary field closer to the left so it's in play for the Hide Expand feature. She returns to the Job Codes tab. She can see the relational identifier updated, but salary is not coming up in height. She updates the Details page again, and this triggers a reevaluation of the height fields. That worked. The salary is in the Hide Expand. Katie tinkers a bit more to get things set up just how she wants. She could also choose to add fields to include salary benchmark data during the review. When the time is right, she invites the team into GraceBlocks by adding them as general block users. The team will do their review, job code by job code, adding flags and notes on the employees that need to be addressed. They'll note where they need a new job code, a salary adjustment, or possibly some other action. Katie and her team can work in either Spreadsheet View or Quick View, which she has bookmarked as the main view to help her team. Katie and the rest of the team can create bookmarks that include specific columns or filters to give easy access to sets of information. Once done, the team can filter the employee records. All of the team's flagged employees that require further analysis will be ready for next steps. And just like that, Katie and the HR team are on the road to conquering the alignment of salary bands to job codes. You can get started by following along during this video from scratch, or check out the public block we have based on this video. It's titled Salary Analysis. Thank you.